Hey, how's everybody doing? My name's Lex Coop and I'm back. And I'm going to talk about what everybody likes different things. Everybody finds little quirks and little things about games that they like and don't like. And it's usually about guns. And I'm going to talk about the guns of any Call of Duty. I'm just using Call of Duty as a reference because I post mostly Call of Duty and I play mainly Call of Duty. But people find that certain guns are overpowered and certain guns don't work. And from other people's point of view, there's completely different points of view. It's basically about what you're expecting. You're using a gun. If you're using a gun and you are used to and expect it to take a few more bullets, but it's more accurate, then you like that gun. You play, and then somebody else uses it, and they want a gun that maybe is a little bit less accurate, but is more powerful, so drops people faster. They won't like that gun. It's all about what you're expecting. I find that with a lot of games, it's funny how people complain about grenades in certain games when I didn't mind them. You know, it's like, I didn't have any issues with the grenades in that game, and that's because of the fact that I got used to them and expected them to do that damage. It didn't displease me, or, it didn't, upset me that a grenade would kill me from a certain distance in Call of Duty 4 or Modern Warfare 2. The ranges, when it's actually smaller range, I actually get more displeased because grenades they should do lethal damage at a decent range. It's kind of shocking how it doesn't in most of these games. However, anyways, the point is, so it's all about what you're expecting the game to do, or the gun to do, or the grenade, or whatever you think is going to happen when you use this weapon of this death creator. And it's just like, I never found that certain guns were overpowered. Maybe it's just because I was used to them. And then, like the M16 in Call of Duty 4. I used it a lot. I did. I used that gun a lot when I first started playing. A lot. But I never really thought it was like a god gun. But, I just thought it worked. It did what it was supposed to. It was a triple burst gun. It should kill them one shot, sometimes two. Most of the time it kills them one shot if they're clean body shots. It should do that. It's a triple burst gun. Why would it not? People call it the god gun. I don't know. I think they didn't. But as I played the game, because I played the game for like 2 years. As I moved on and played the game differently, I found that I ended up using different guns. I used the Scorpion. Actually, I hated the Scorpion. I've always hated the Scorpion. But it's because I never got used to it and I never expected it to do. I always thought it should done more damage. It had a high rate of fire, but I hated it. It just felt like I was just wasting too many bullets on somebody. And another thing is that you could use one gun that has the same fire rate and does the same damage as another gun, and you might find yourself liking one more, and finding the other one takes too long to put somebody down. But in all reality, it's just the same as much as another gun that you really like. So it's just like I was saying, it's about what you're used to. I know I'm a little bit repetitive, and I nated myself just then, but like this game here, I'm using the mini Uzi. When I started playing Call of Duty 4, yeah, I used the M16, but you get bored of a gun. At least I do. The gun doesn't become worse in my eyes. I just get bored of using the same gun. So I started using different guns. So how do I feel about the mini Uzi? It's alright. I threw the red dot on it just to mess around. I don't like red dots. I usually find it's a waste of a perk. However, in Call of Duty 4, there wasn't many, not waste of a perk, a waste of an attachment. But however, in Call of Duty 4, there wasn't many attachments for you to choose from. So using red dots isn't that big a deal. There was barely any. There's suppressor and red dot attachments for the submachine guns, and for the assault rifles. The assault rifles, there was the attachment of a grenade launcher. I think you could also get the ACOG scope for some of these assault rifles, but pretty sure that the mini Uzi doesn't have ACOG scope. In Call of Duty 4, it doesn't. It did in other games later on, but I'm also playing on Underground. No, it's not Underground. I can't remember the name of this map, but I really like this map. Actually, it was one of my favorites from Call of Duty 4. It wasn't like my favorite, but it was something one of the maps I really enjoyed. It's always good using Bandolier when you're playing with a gun that has a lot of high fire rate. I find that I'm using Bandolier. You don't have to worry about picking up other people's guns. That was another great thing about Call of Duty that I liked compared to other first-person shooters that are big these days, like Battlefield and stuff. When you're playing Call of Duty and you want to drop your pistol and pick up somebody else's gun, you can. When you're playing, you know, Battlefield 3, you got to drop your entire kit and pick up their entire kit. What if you don't like their secondary weapon? What if you don't like their kit? That you just want their gun? I hate that. So you should be able to pick up you know, just their gun, or maybe their kit and their gun. Like, you should have more options. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay and the commentary. And this is Lex Coop saying, rate, comment, subscribe. Dooch, deuce, kadoosh.